Okay, continuing 2-1. Example 6. Solve this. Okay, this question is considered not that difficult. You might say, well, it looks difficult. Well, comparatively, it's not that bad. How do I know? I have only one root. Root expression only one root. So it's relatively easier. Following question can be a little more work than this. So when you have a root, first thing you're doing here, you are isolating root, meaning you want root 3 by itself. So you want minus 3 disappear on the right hand side. So plus 3 both sides. Okay. Now root is by himself. You need to get rid of root. So square both sides. So here, if you didn't quite follow, 2x plus 3 equal to square root of 2x plus 29 square root. You are squaring this. Square this. You're squaring this. So square root disappear. That's how you got this. Okay. The left hand side, 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. You are distributing. So you got 2x, that's a 4x squared, 2x times 3, 6x, 3 times 2x, 6x, 3 times 3, which is 9, combine like term, 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 equal to 28x plus 29. That's what they have here. Okay? Then what? They moved everything to the left-hand side. So minus 28x, minus 28x, minus 29, minus 29, they moved everything to the left. Then what? So 4, 16, 20, they factored out 4 from each to make it simpler. So they factored the 4 out and they did the factoring there. Again, if you know that factoring, fantastic. If you say, well, what happened there? X squared minus 4x minus 5. So 1 times 1 makes 1. 1 times minus 5x minus 5. Multiply, you get 1. Multiply, you get minus 5. Add them, you get minus 4. That is what this is. So you get parentheses here, parentheses, x and x, top floor, bottom floor. So x plus 1, x minus 5. Okay? That's how they factor that guy to this. So parenthesis equal to 0, parenthesis equal to 0. You can let 4 equal to 0. But 4 equal to 0, nonsense. 4 is not going to be equal to 0. So you solve for x, you got 2 answers. Here's a catch. Whenever you square in the process anywhere, did we square? Yes. We squared right here. Square here. We squared both sides. Whenever you square, you are manipulating the equation. What am I saying? The equation after square is not exactly the same equation as the original. So the answer you get at the end is not necessarily answer for original. You might say, what do you do then? You have to check by plug it in x value to very original. Do not plug it in here, do not plug it in here. You have to plug it in 5 to the very original here. Plug it in 5, plug it in 5. Make sure they are equal each other. So if they plug it in 5, they plug it in 5 here. They plug it in 5 here. Okay. So they plug it in 5, plug it in 5. Is 10 equal to 10? Yes. So 5 works. X equal to -1, plug it in -1, plug it in -1. Then if we evaluate all that, that becomes -2 equal to -2. Is that equal? Yes. X equal to -1 is also answer. So both of them are answer. Both of them are answer. Sometimes they are not. Sometimes when you plug it in, it does not. 10 equal to 7, something like that. Then you dump that answer. Okay, you only take the answer which passes checking. In this case, both of them are passes. You take both. Okay, different style. Still, this is considered relatively easy. Why? We only have one root. Okay, only one root. So this shouldn't be that bad. So starting from here, you need to isolate root. So -8 both sides. Time to get rid of the cubic root. Take a cubic power both sides. 4 to the cubic means 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. We got rid of cubic root. Time to get rid of square. Take a square root both sides. Okay, this is a part I lose number of you. Whenever you take a square root both sides, do not forget -8. Okay, like let me give you an example. Let's say x squared equal to 4. What is x equal to? You take a root both sides. It has to be plus minus square root 4, which is 2. Because -2 parentheses square also makes +4. Do not forget minus here. Number one spot, I lose number of you on the quiz and test. Okay, so you might say, well, what does this mean? That means +8 or -8. You got two different equations, one with +8, one with -8. You have to solve for x here, solve for x here. So +2, you got 10. +2, you got -6. You got two answers, 10 and -6. Okay, do you remember we cubic both sides, here to here, here to here. We take a cubic power both sides. Cubic is odd. Third power is odd power. When you take an odd power, you don't need to check. Okay, if you square, yes, you need to check. Take a cubic power, you got the answer at the end, that is the final answer. No checking process is necessary. Okay, this is more difficult question. You might say, why is that more difficult? Because we have root, we have another root. We have a two root expression in one equation. That's a tough one. Okay? So you might say, well, what do we do? You have to get rid of at least one root. You cannot get rid of two roots at the same time. You just have to get rid of root. So I think they, yeah. So what they did is they squared both sides as it is. So square root of x plus 1, they squared it. 1 plus square root of 2x minus 12, they also squared it here. So if you do square root, they disappears. Okay, I want you to understand this is exactly the same as parenthesis times parenthesis. What do? You have to FOIL. Multiply, 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 multiply. So 1 times 1 makes 1. 1 times the root, multiplying by 1 doesn't do much. 1 times this root, multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. Root times root disappears. So you got x plus 1 equal to, in front of a parenthesis there's a 1, so distributing 1 doesn't do much. It's 2x minus 12. So I'm going to have 2x here. 1 minus 12 is minus 11. Root plus root will be 2 root 2x minus 12. Okay? Then what? This is what happened. Look at this. I had a root and another root. I have two roots. What happened here once you square? I only have one root. That's good news. Eventually, you want all roots disappear. So move this guy, move this guy. You want root to be by himself in one side. So I'm going to do minus 2x plus 11, minus 2x plus 11. I got minus x plus 12 equal to, excuse me. Okay? Get rid of everything but root. So I would get rid of 2 here. Only problem is, if I divide by 2, divide by 2, divide, I'm going to create fraction here. I hate fraction. So usually I would get rid of 2 by dividing by 2 everywhere. But I don't want to create fraction here. So I'm going to keep 2 here. I'm going to just deal with it as it is. Time to get rid of the root. What do? Square. 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 So you got minus x plus 12 square. 2 square equal to 4. Root and square, they cancel out each other. You have to distribute this. Minus 12x plus 144. I'm going to distribute 4. Combine like term here. Okay, you gotta move. Do you see all roots are disappear now? That's good. You gotta move that to here, move that to here. So the minus 8x plus 48, minus 8x plus 48. So that becomes what? X squared minus 32x plus, what's a big number? Hopefully that's a factorable. So let me cheat. So 192 has a lots of, this is 1 times 192. 2 times what? 96. 3. Does 3 work? 4. 4 works. Wow, you can use a calculator, by the way. 5 is not gonna work. 6. 6 would work too, huh? 7. That I don't know. So I can do 192 divided by 7. That's not a nice number. 8. I'm going to do 192 divided by 8, 24. So 8 works with 24. 9. Can 9 works? 192 divided by 9 doesn't work. 10 not gonna work. 11 not gonna work. 12, 192 divided by 12. Wow, 12 works. 12 and 16 works. 13, I don't know. 192 divided by 13 doesn't work. 14, 192 divided by 14 doesn't work. 15 not gonna work. 16 will be did it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 combination. I already looked at it. This is the one that works. 1 times 1 makes 1. 8 times 24 makes 192. But we need a minus. So I'm going to make a minus 8 times minus 24. Minus times minus still makes it positive. When you multiply, you get minus 24. When you multiply, you get minus 8. Add then you get minus 32. Okay, we have a combination. Pro x here, that's the factor here. Pro x here, second floor, that's the factor. You got x minus 8, x minus 24 equal to 0. So x minus 8 equal to 0, x minus 24 equal to 0, x equal to 8, X equal to 24. Do we take that as our answer? Wait, you have to check. Why? We square in the middle twice. If you square at least once, then you just change the equation. What does that mean? You have to check your final answer. So 8 and 24, don't take that as answer. You have to plug it into the very original. Okay? 8, plug it in 8 here. 8 plus 1, is that equal to 1 plus square root of 2 times 8 minus 12? We are checking, are they really equal each other? That's a square root of 9, which is 3. 2, 8, that's a 16 minus 12. 16 minus 12, that's a square root of 4. That's a 3. Works. X works. Take it. What was the other? 24. 24, you have to check it. Plug it in 24. 1 plus square root of 2 times 24 minus 12. Okay, that's a square root of 25, which is 5. That's what? 48. 48 minus 12, that's a 36. Okay, square root of 36 is 6. 7 and 5 equal to each other, busted. So x equal to 24, dump it, not gonna work. So through our checking purpose, only answer you take is 8. Okay, this is inequality. How do we get rid of a 13th root? Take a 13th power, both sides. Take a 13th power, so 41 minus 7x minus 1 parenthesis 13th power, odd power. Minus survives. Okay? Minus 41 minus 7x greater than or equal to minus 42. Divide by minus 7, divide by minus 7. Be careful. When you divide or multiply by minus, you have to change sense of inequality. You're gonna flip this inequality. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it. X is less than or equal to 6. Final answer. Okay, this is your homework.